Hello there, my name is Rusty Scaggs. I'm with Ream Water Heating Division. I want to talk to you just a minute about power vents versus atmospherics, and then maybe tankless as well. So power vents, what we're doing there is we're taking a heater, water heater, instead of just exhausting through B-vent, we're exhausting through PVC. And the way we're able to do that is that the baffles in the flue going up through the heater have been modified and increased to where they draw enough heat out of the flue gases that they're coming out of the heater at less than 140 degrees. Therefore, we're able to use PVC for venting. You know, we can't put anything above 140 through PVC because then it would start doing this across your ceilings, and that's not good. So we draw all the heat, or as much as we can, out through that flue as it's going up through that heater, so that we can do that and get it out of PVC venting. Now, some of the advantages of PVC power vents versus atmospherics. With an atmospheric, especially in some bigger homes, if they've got these huge range hoods, or they've got whole house fans where they're doing exhaust and using windows for air movement, things like that, you create a lot of negative pressure in that house, okay, when that fan's exhausting. What happens if you have an atmospheric heater is you can actually create a backdraft and suck carbon monoxide back into the house down through that flue pipe, because it's not exhausting out because of the negative pressure pulling it back in. It's like when you walk into a hospital, you know how hard it is to open that door sometimes. It's all that positive pressure that they have there to keep the germs out. Well, same thing here. If you've got that fan going, it's going to pull those flue gases back in the house, and that's not a good thing. Power vent, that won't happen. That's the nice thing, because it's sealed now. So you've got a blower that's actually blowing your exhaust out through the PVC. So there's no way you can backdraft back through that. So that's one of the nice features about a power vent, especially in homes, newer homes, because they're making them so tight these days with the insulation and seals that they're putting on them. Now, some of the other things that are nice about a power vent is the efficiency. Power vent's way more efficient than a standard atmospheric. Reason for that is because, like I said, we're extracting more heat out of those flue gases. So the more heat we can extract out of flue gases, the hotter that water gets, the quicker the water heats up. Not necessarily hotter, but the quicker it heats up, and therefore it doesn't have to run as long. So that's why it can beat an atmospheric that way. Now, you also have what we call a power direct vent. If you've seen on any of my other videos, I've talked to you about makeup or combustion air. So a power vent, it's important, again, if you've got a power vent in there, that you have enough combustion air in that room to be able for that heater to function properly. Now, I will give you a situation real quick. I had a builder who was putting furnaces and two 75-gallon power vents in large homes, and they were in a small mechanical room. Guy who put the furnace in two of these homes didn't run his intake air, or he didn't power direct vent his furnace. He only power vented it, so he was pulling room air out of the mechanical room. We had two 75-gallon power vents there also pulling room air. When they were all three trying to run, what was happening is we were failing, the power vents were failing because they weren't getting enough combustion air, because the furnace was running as well, and they were fighting each other and the furnace. We ended up overheating them, and they would fault out. So we had to go in there. We figured out, well, you need to run your air intake in for your furnace. That allowed us then for those two units to run fine. So that's why it's very important to have that combustion air in there. Now, power direct vent, you don't need to worry about that, because now you're two piping the same way you did that furnace. You're running exhaust out and you're running fresh air in from outside on a pipe. So now you don't have to worry about combustion air. It's a sealed, completely sealed system. You don't have to worry about dirt or dust getting in there, anything ever getting dirty. It's just a much nicer way to do it, in my opinion, power direct vent over power vent. Now, with the cost of things nowadays, power vent heaters, tank heaters, as you all know, have just continually risen as far as price because of steel and things like that. You go in to replace a power vent now, you can do a tankless for right at the same price as you can do a power vent. So that's something to consider offering your homeowners when you go in there. Hey, I can put tankless in here for this just about the same price. For maybe $500 more, you can have a tankless heater and never run out of hot water. Something to consider. As far as power vents versus atmospherics, those are the main reasons right there. You want less chance of backdraft, more efficient, just a better way to heat water. Thank you.